এই সব শুভ সামনে সামনে থেকে
I praise God that He chose my father, that He thought my father was worthy.
Of course, we are deeply shocked, we are deeply hurt, and since we have come to know the cruelty with which this took place, I am deeply saddened. And still my prayer and desire is that these people who took my husband's life will be touched by that same love, so that they will never do this to any other person.
In 1999, a chilling act of violence sent shockwaves across India and the world. Australian missionary Graham Staines, along with his two sons, Philip, aged 10, and Timothy, just 6, were burned alive in their vehicle by a mob in a village of Manoharpur, Odisha. It was a moment of unspeakable horror that left a deep scar on the nation's conscience. Among those accused in the crime was a teenage boy named Chengu Hansa. He was tried under juvenile law, convicted, and sentenced to a correctional facility. Chengu served 9 years behind bars before quietly being released in 2008. For years, there was no trace of him in the public eye, no statements, no appearances, no media coverage. But now, more than 2 decades later, Chengu has re-emerged, and with a revelation no one expected. He has converted to Christianity. The very faith he once stood against has now become his chosen path. According to Chengu, this decision was entirely personal. It wasn't the result of missionary outreach or institutional pressure. It came from a deep place of grief and reflection. In recent years, he lost his wife and 2 sisters, tragedies that, he says, broke him emotionally. In that brokenness, he began searching for peace, and in that search, he says, he found Christ. Christian leaders in Odisha have confirmed that his conversion was voluntary and unaided by the church. There was no external influence, only an internal transformation. Chengu simply arrived asking for prayer and eventually professed his faith. When questioned by one of his former co-accused, Chengu stood firm and said, "Christianity gave me peace." His transformation, while personal, echoes beyond his village, from a boy once caught up in communal hatred to a man now walking a path of forgiveness and faith. Chengu Hansa's story is one of remarkable change. His conversion cannot undo the tragedy of 1999 nor bring back the lives lost. But it does offer something unexpected, a message of healing and the enduring power of redemption. This is not just a story of justice, it's a story of a soul changed.